And it looks like we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bulb Garden channel as we continue on with our 24/7 streams for Catch a Million. I am the Caps fan here with Dapper Cody, who just finished a very respectable second in the Gardevoir Daily Catching Competition. So congratulations, Cody.
Thank you. I will go commit seppuku for not getting the gold.
No need to go that far. That's for sure. You did a great job. I'm sure Cody won't be here for long, but I will relish the time. I am back today playing more Pokemon Scarlet, continuing my attempts to catch all of the Pokemon in the game. Currently at like 115, so it's not looking like we'll get all the way there, but I've got a goal for 200. So we'll be checking in on the Pokédex completion throughout the run this evening. If you tuned in yesterday and you're noticing that this is not where I left off, you would be correct. I did a little bit of work in the off-stream time. I defeated the 6th gym so I could get access to quick balls, which are going to serve me very well in this challenge, which makes me remind myself that I need to be logging all of these Pokemon.
You see that we got a donation in.
I did see that. Let me pull up the Tiltify. Thank you for the donation, Russell. Hey, Snowy, how's it going?
Hey, Snowy, you just missed an intense Gardevoir duel.
Okay, I see Russell donated $5 with $D.
He wants you to name the next Pokemon Hoppip.
Cool. This Sneasel will be named Hoppip in honor of you, Russell.
Would be my guess. I believe we've come to a Hoppip agreement.
Russell, if that's not the case, let me know in chat. Unfortunately, Snowy, we lost just by the skin on our teeth to Anagremma, who we shouted out just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, it was an epic duel.
It was quite awesome at the end. We got all the way within one, but I think our sandwich running out a little, just a tiny bit before the timer end cost us. But it's okay. Cody did awesome. I could not have the patience to do what Cody did. All right, so we've got, if you were watching yesterday and Wednesday, we've got a few team members here that some of our generous donors have named. So we've got Waffles, the Annihilate, Pancakes, the Among Us, Stickbugged, the Mabastiff, right? And St. Baldric, the Lichen Rock. We're going to box our Clodsire, who's been our good friend for a very long time, for the Sneasel, who we have named Hoppip. Thank you again, Russell.
I'm loopy. That's so funny. I think I'm going to hop off the voice chat. So you have a lovely stream. I will catch you around.
Thanks, Cody. Appreciate it. I will be sure to do so. It's all me, all alone now. Hope everyone's having a good evening. You've enjoyed Cody's streams. Sit back, relax. This is going to be my last stream for the remainder of the event. But I'm excited to continue going here and trying to catch a bunch more Pokemon. As always, if you're just now popping in, maybe you haven't seen our streams in the past couple of weeks, or at least in the past week while we've been in the process of doing this marathon, and you're wondering what's going on here, we are currently participating in a week-long charity marathon for St. Baldric's Foundation called Catch a Million, where our goal is to catch 1 million Pokemon in a week, along with tons and tons of other content creators on YouTube and Twitch. We have currently raised just under $1,600 for St. Baldric so far this week. Our goal by the end of the marathon is $2,000, so if you're feeling generous, please be sure to donate. You can get the link to that in either through Nightbot in the chat or typing !donate. If you're interested in donating, there's a number of incentives that you can donate towards to mess with me or my fellow streamers. throughout the campaign. Some of the incentives that I've highlighted, you can see at the bottom of my screen there. For a single $1, I'll fight a trainer, just the next trainer I see. I've not really been doing that because obviously we've been trying to catch all these Pokemon. So if you want to see me if you want to be generous and donate $1, I will go fight a trainer for you in your honor. For $2, you can name the next Pokemon that I will catch. Just as Russell just donated for just a couple minutes ago. For $5, you can make me ban or force me to do certain in-game action, such as banning my use of Koraidon, banning my use of Skeleturge, or banning a specific move like Torch Song or something like that for 5 minutes. Also, for $5, you can force me to flip the orientation of my screen upside down, which we are calling Aussie mode. Again, don't know the lore behind that, but that's just what we're calling it. For $10, you can ban me and all of the other participants who may be in voice chat from saying a word. A popular word to ban this stream has been catch, the word catch, because of course we say that all the time. I think I may have forgotten to record another Sneasel. Unless I accidentally killed that last one. I should have 3 in my boxes, I believe. If that's the case. Only 2. Okay. I guess I killed that other one while I was talking. Like I tried yesterday, I've also added a kind of personal donation incentive for my stream specifically. If we can get to $1,700 total raised for St. Baldrick's Foundation before the end of my stream, I will complete whatever I have left to do in Victory Road, which is, of course, the gym challenge in Scarlet and Violet. Or at least complete as much of it as I can before the remainder of my stream, if I can't get that far. This could include just me going straight to Victory Road with whatever team I have, which means I might lose, which could be funny for you, I suppose. There are also a number of other donation incentives that I have chosen not to highlight, but you can see all of them by going to our Tiltify page and clicking on the rewards tab. There's other stuff in there like making me sing the Pokemon theme song or a different song from Pokemon. You can make me praise the Warden Melly from Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is kind of an inside joke here. You can make me switch games if you want. I have Legends Arceus ready to be switched into if somebody donates towards that. So, most recently, I did the longest stream I've ever done for Bulba Garden recently. Yesterday for this, which was a whole 8 hours. I am very tired from that still. I was not smart and went out with some friends after that, so I am even doubly tired. But hey, you know, we're still here and we're still raising money, and I'm still catching Pokemon like that Bergmite. Yeah, I figured that I mean, yes, that is truly what it is. They are literally on the, you know, upside down part of the globe, but I don't know if it's like a specific joke, like, because when I think of Australia, I don't think upside down, I think south, right? Because they're in the southern hemisphere and all that. So, but I guess that does make sense for Aussie mode. I guess that makes a normal orientation American mode or British mode, depending on where you are, Eastern or Western hemisphere. The top catches isn't updated because of the Gardevoir hunting. Oh, okay. Did it update? Is Hoppip #1 now? Or on the top 20? Oh, come on. Collectively, you got over 400 Gardevoir. I think that's true, right? Because you and Anna both got like 180 each. And I think there was about like 20 more left, right? So close to 400. That would make sense because it doesn't. Like that just shoots a Pokemon right up to the top, right? I'm not sure they want that. Maybe, I don't know. I don't see the point in why to restrict that though. Hoppip will have his time in the sun. Genuinely speaking, though, I get the fact that Hoppip is funny, haha, because it's not a great Pokemon, but I am all here for the Hoppip cult lore, the Hoppip cult extended lore. We are getting quite a few new Pokemon on the mountain that we haven't caught yet. I could also double back to the I guess northeastern part of Medali, where we left off yesterday, and catch some more Pokemon there. What was that? Sawsbuck? I will need to take on some raid battles as well to make sure I'm getting enough money. Might have to take on the Glaceado, probably Glaceado gym. Oh, also, let me quickly do this here. Okay, it's back. There we go. Yeah, it kind of seems like a sort of thing, like throughout, you know, the marathon, there's a lot of people, you know, catching Pokemon and using their, like, servers and stuff and services. So, I could see why they wouldn't want to continuously update everything in real time. 441. Not a bad number at all. Especially for a rare Pokemon like Gardevoir. It's really good. We caught Deerling already, didn't we? that tends to be the case, Russell, isn't it? The things we love we don't necessarily choose them, they come to us. And then we love them because they're there, you know? Alright. So I will say, earlier today, when I was fighting, well, actually, yes, okay, we can get rid of Bite for Crunch. Easy choice. When I was fighting Rhyme earlier today, for context, this is my second run through of Pokemon Scarlet. I played the game at launch, played it for about a month, completed the Pokédex, and then promptly put it down. And now I just kind of pick it up every now and then, whenever I remember about event raids and stuff like that. So this is my first real time going through it again and getting to experience all the gym battles and talking to all the characters and stuff like that. And I have to say, the battle with Rhyme in Monteverde, I think? Monteverde? Like, Green Mountain. Very cool. Rhyme's gym battle was pretty hype. I totally forgot about it. I think a lot of people kind of write it off because it's like, oh, haha, why would they have a rap battle trainer when there's no voice acting in the game? Which is, like, fair, but also, that battle is super hype with the precursor, you're, like, the opening act or whatever to Rhyme. And the stage keeps getting, you know, more and more features on it, like the lights start going off and stuff like that, and the battle arena starts filling out with all the designs and stuff. And then you actually fight her, and you know the crowd starts going wild and cheering for you and her, and the little Grievard pops up, and she's like, "That's DJ." It's like DJ Grave or something like that, and I'm like, "Oh man, what a great gym battle!" And yeah, it would have been great, like even better with voice acting, but I still think it's probably, at least so far going through these again, my favorite gym battle in the game so far. Cryogonal's giving us a little bit too much trouble. Having flashbacks to yesterday, the pre-Quickball days, where I had to actually physically weaken every one of these Pokemon, and didn't just have an easy button to press. Do like laughing at the AI of these wild Pokemon. Though I suppose they are wild creatures, so they have no innate knowledge of the type chart. Oh my gosh. Gonna need to put this guy to sleep. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well this evening. I've had a pretty chill day so far, just recovering from yesterday and getting ready for today's stream. Kind of just chilled out, played some Pokemon, played some Xenoblade, watched some TV, you know, the usual. Alright, there we go. Stay asleep, please. You need to get caught. Probably going to try and avoid running into these sorts of Pokemon that, you know, don't get caught easily. Ah, what's this crab doing up on the mountain? I suppose you do evolve into an ice type, but still, it's kind of weird seeing a crab on the mountain, like a snowy mountain. I've kind of come to love the Pokemon on my team a little bit. I really do like Mammostiff and Annihilate, neither of whom I used in my main playthrough. Skeletor's, of course, I did use. Grievard, such a lovable guy. Didn't use him in my main playthrough either. Oh, that's such a sad Pokedex entry. Just makes it ever so important that we love our animals and make sure to interact with them. I think Cody said something like this is like a human who turned to ice or something, like Berkmite is a human who turned to ice. Ah, I see. Another Hoppip lover is catching Hoppip right now. Glad to know we're not the only members of the Hoppip cult. But yeah, just as yesterday, I'll probably not be doing any online raid battles, unfortunately, because this account does not have access to the online stuff. Should probably make sure that that is the case. Obviously, I like to have my main file and then my streaming file kind of separate for a lot of the Switch games when I do play them on stream. Oof, probably shouldn't have done that. Torch Song, a little too effective. Remind me, how do you evolve Sneasel? Something to do with a razor claw, right? Okay, holding a razor claw during the night. I thought, for some reason, I thought for the longest time that Sneasel was a, like a trait evolution, but I guess not. Let's see, do we have a razor claw? I probably don't have one. See where I can find one of those. Razor Claw acquisition. Okay, we can get one in Delibird Presence. Easy. We'll go get that in a bit. Maybe when it becomes nighttime, we'll go get that and we can evolve our Sneasel. Excuse me, evolve our Hoppip. Oh, wait, I did want Rage Powder. Whoops. Yeah, go back and fix that a little bit. Oh, wait, do I actually want Rage Powder? It's not like I'm building a competitive Among Us. Yes, yes, I will call this Pokemon Among Us. You can't convince me it's not Among Us. I don't care what you may say about the fact that it was released 8 years before that game. Alright. Will you trigger a cutscene? Probably not. Okay, cool. Oh, look at the little Gimme Ghoul standing on top of this snowman. Hey, Letters From, welcome to the stream. Or welcome back, rather. I know you were here for Cody's stream. Is it the imposter? I'm trying to think. There's no regional forms for Amogus, is there? I guess you could say, since they're based off the Pokeball, you know, and Electrode is also known for being a Pokeball, I guess you could say they are the imposter. Like, every single Amogus is an imposter Pokeball. Because of the, it's literally intrinsically there in its design. So, sure. Man, say what you want about Among Us. That game's fun. The memes ruined that game. No Hoppips. We got a Hoppip on the team. What are you talking about? Russell, where do you find Hoppips in the game? Are they just like in the first area right outside of Mesagosa? Ooh, we don't have Crabominable yet, so let me grab that first. Or Snorunt, actually. Let's get Snorunt. Or Frostlass. Also, I thought Frostlass could only spawn during the night. What's it doing here? Cody, you lied to me. Oh, the game Among Us. No Hoppips, 0 out of 10. That's fair. It does have a little leaf, like a leaf cosmetic that you can have, though. So, that's close. One out of 10. There we go. Yeah, yeah. Gotta give it its due, right? Ooh, hello, Crab. What a great name, Crabominable. Kind of a tongue twister. Oh, you're gonna be a pain, aren't you? Hopefully this doesn't kill. I think it will, though. Yeah, whoops. At least we get some extra experience. What is a Hoppip? It's just a funny little guy with a couple leaves on its head, you know? He also happens to be the one true god, standing even above Lord Arceus in how magnificent and glorious he is. Alright, I don't want to deal with this. Alright, let's try for Frostlass. Hopefully we get better luck with the Quick Ball. Hoppip extends his ruling leaves far beyond that of Bidoof's front teeth. Ah, ridiculous. Let me heal up my Skeledirge. Or I could just switch him out, I suppose. Let's send in Hoppip. Actually, can Hoppip learn False Swipe? I imagine it can, right? Maybe not from Learn Set. Maybe on in a TM. I don't think I have False Swipe. Yeah, no. Okay, you know what? We'll send out... which other Pokemon they would have that have Yawn? I think only Skeledirge has Yawn, so maybe not. Do you have Sleep Powder? Nope, just Sunspore. Okay. Alright, we'll heal Skeledirge then. Hey, KR. That's true, Frostlass might have it, but I want to keep the Pokemon on my team limited to the, at least to the best of my ability, limited to the ones that are named. That's why Cloudsire's gone. Thought I had a lot more potions, but... Alright, let's get you back in front. Snowy, how dare you call Hoppip a false god? He's the one true prophet. Hey, if somebody donates $5 to rename Clodsire, I will bring him back onto the team for sure. Probably get rid of Maustiff, because it's been on the longest instead of Skeledirge. I want to keep my starter on the team. People did donate towards it, right? So that's my justification, even though it's not named. Snowy, thou shalt not blaspheme. You'd force me to name it Bidoof. What, change Hoppip's name to Bidoof? Snowy, you wouldn't dare, would you? Oh, hello, Glaceon. Wow. You've angered our church's apostle. How dare you? Oh, Clodsire wasn't actually named. Yeah, I guess that's your point, right? Kind of expected Glaceon to have a lower capture chance than just that, but... Also, guys, please shout if you see a shiny. I don't think I've missed any shinies so far, but I very much... I very may well have, so... Oh, KR, I already beat the rap battle earlier today off stream. I was actually commenting on how I feel like, in hindsight, it's probably my favorite gym battle in the game. It really does go so hard, and it's a shame that there's no voice acting, but I think we give it too much crap for it, and it's still a hype battle. Snom is a great Pokemon. Hop Bidoof. That reminds me of the Bidoof, like the one picture of Bidoof like mixed with fused with all of the other legendaries. Like, this is the ultimate Pokemon. No, but to answer your question, KR, I may do the downhill challenge soon. I kind of want to double back and try and get some more Pokemon in the route leading up to Rhymes City. Snackle Stack over there. Hariyama we don't have. Let's try for you. Okay, hello. If there's a religious figure that's like the combination of like God and Jesus, in the sense that it's like Well, I guess no. It would be like God and the Devil. That would be Hop Bidoof. Maybe we should start a donation war. Hoppip versus Bidoof. Who is the one true god? That way we'll know for sure. The people will have voted. Mew. Pokedelta, a purist, I see. Not even Arceus, huh? Just Mew. The original creator. What is making that noise? Litleo? I think it is Litleo. Oh, that cry is so annoying. Stop. Ugh. Again. Alright, let's put him to sleep. Throw an Ultra Ball in the meantime. Oh, KR Black, you don't know. You don't know how badly I want to do that. Man, I've seen some of the creations in that game, and some of them are truly astounding creations in all senses of the word, good and bad. Yeah, we need to create the infinite fusion of Bidoof and Hoppip to truly satisfy all our staff members. Oh, Pyroar. Okay, I'll take you. I don't have you yet. I have your children, though. Bidoppip. Hopoof. I think I like Hopoof better. Oh my gosh. I put my controller down to log the catch, and I just keep getting jumped by all these wild Pokemon. Man, captures are going so much faster with the Quick Ball. Best invention for collectors ever. Yes. Absolutely. Thank you for mentioning that, Snowy. Well, don't do it while I'm streaming, because I'm selfish and want you in my chat. But our friends over at Pokeathon, who, if that name sounds familiar to you, you may remember from our last charity marathon where we worked with them on the Trainers Unite campaign to raise money for St. Jude. They are currently doing a stream over on their channel, Pokeathon TV. They're currently raising money for Make-A-Wish Foundation. And last I checked, I think they were very, very close to $1,000 raised in just one day. So check them out if I end up boring you, or you have a little bit of extra donation money to spare after, you know, donating your fair share to St. Baldrick's. Definitely go check them out. I absolutely adore the people at Pokeathon and think they do great, great work for the community and for charity and just for a bunch of great causes. I will absolutely always encourage, you know, you giving them your support. That was a mouthful. All right, Rever Room. Snowy, that's just an excuse. I know you really, really want to donate towards ME and not me, so I'm kidding. But yeah, I will mention this is like I said at the beginning of this segment. This is going to be my last segment for Catch a Million. So if you're holding out on any last minute donations, or maybe you're just popping in, you haven't donated yet, please be sure to do so. I'd love to be the recipient of your ire and anger. Well, you should prefer to torture myself instead, because I am an egotistical maniac who craves attention. I'm kidding, of course. Man, I think we've already caught like 15 new Pokemon. Actually, let's check that number. I'm curious. Yeah, most likely, or Archaic. Oh, wow. Yeah, we caught at least 20, I think, so far. 20 new species. Alright, I think we've kind of exhausted a lot of the unique encounters on the mountain. Why don't we quickly run back to town, we'll grab the Razor Claw, and we can evolve our Sneasel. This time tomorrow should be the kind of tail end of the 13-hour stream. Alright, Razor Claw. Actually, do we have enough money for one? We have enough LP. That's good enough. Where is it? Is it a battle item, typically? There it is. 15,000. I don't got that kind of money, man. Okay, so the goal is going to be to quickly take care of some raid battles, I suppose. The Eevee challenge has gone live. I'll be sure to catch any I see. I don't know if I have the innate game knowledge to know exactly what I need to do to catch millions and millions of Eevee. Probably would need to make a couple sandwiches. Oh boy. It's our friend. I will tell you what I will catch is any Hoppip that I see. But thank you for letting me know, Pokedelta. I will do what I can. Another Hoppip. Let's hope their website does update. What's weird is that their website doesn't seem to be showing the correct sprites for the Pokemon that are, you know, we've got Sandshrew as a Yungoos sprite. Geodude as a Pikachu sprite. I'm not sure which one to believe. I think I may have accidentally clicked twice there. Yep. Oh well. I am trying to get over to the to that raid area. But I don't think I can get there from where I am. Yeah, you know what, Russell? I think you have the right to send us all a sternly worded letter if Hoppip isn't there. Regardless of the technical difficulties or not. Alright, is there a way I can get over there? Or is this all blocked off? Okay, there's like an area down here I can get through. And I can climb the mountain from there. This is probably not worth my time. Why don't we go here instead? We can hit this Poke Center along the way. I don't think we've done that yet. So I'll start here, actually. Oh, yeah, so it does. It also seems like the sprites that they have are all mixed up between games, too. Like, Pidgey looks like a Gen 2 sprite, and then Drifloon looks like a Legends Arceus model. I still like the idea for a butt picture only run of Snap as a donation as a donation goal for the next time we do a marathon. I think that's hilarious. All right, let's get Clodsire. And yes, I am spending probably more time than I should on these Terra raids just to evolve our Sneasel, but I think it's important that we show Hoppip our appreciation. What do you guys think? Would the one true god appreciate iconography of its rear end, or iconography of its rear end, Snowy? I don't think so. That just proves to me that Bidoof is not the one true god. Wish I could skip this cutscene every single time it runs. Next time I do this cutscene, I want to time how long it is. Oops. Probably not a good idea to talk about butt pics of Pokemon in general, though. Out of context, that could be taken very, very much the wrong way. Alright, we're focusing on LP. I suppose if I see any Pokemon that I don't have yet, I can run into those too. Okay, we get 1,000 LP for every 3-star battle, and I think we have we needed 5,000. How much do we have? 12,000? Was that what I saw? Yeah, 12,000. Actually, no. I want a Skeledirge for this. You missed our discussion on Hoppip and Bidoof rear end iconography, as well as complaining that the sprites are wrong on the St. Baldrick's website. Nothing cool yet, no shinies or anything like that. No weird glitches like yesterday. Speaking of which, I should probably save my game. Oh, this is flying type. Why did I bring Skeledirge? I'm dumb. It's fine. You can still win the Torch Song, probably. Just gonna take a little longer. Oh, I need to get my timer ready, too, for the cutscene length. Yeah, KR, what's your opinion? And for that matter, everyone else in chat, who do you believe is the one true god? Hoppip or Bidoof? Or are you a denier of both faiths? Like Pokedelta, who chooses Mew. Alright, it's dead. I have my finger on the timer. We're going to see how long this cutscene takes. I'm genuinely curious. I haven't done this before. Okay, starting now. Wait, no. Starting now. Now. There we go. Our Lady and Savior Lilligant. She is quite majestic. However, she is not the true god. Not even amongst grass types. May she pollen puff us all. Alright, we're already at 20 seconds. Okay, until the next prompt, it's 25 seconds. That cutscene, and it's unskippable. Probably one of my, again, similar to them removing the shiny jingle whenever there's a shiny on screen. Probably another one of my most nitpicky, negative lack of feature requests. Any of that makes any sense. Visual Kite is killing it. Cody was saying earlier that they have a strategy where they essentially just have... They're playing Legends Arceus, and they have a singular route. And they are just going through that route. And just catching Pokemon after Pokemon, just chucking balls as fast as they can. Hey Solar, how's it going? Solar, who do you believe is the one true god? Hoppip or Bidoof? I'm going to ask this to every single person who comes into chat. That's good, I hope work was okay. I know what your answer is going to be, Solar. Giratina is the true one. The god of darkness. What? It's like space, time, and darkness, right? Like antimatter. That's pretty deep. I was gonna say, you have the Babu emote. You can't go against him. Look, okay, Snowy. They just prove that one person truly dedicated to their craft is it cannot be caught. Look. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was loud. I mean, sorry, excuse me. Hoppip. Holy Hoppip, that was loud. We have a $20 donation from Anonymous, who says... Nothing. Thank you for your donation. Let me check what reward that was redeemed for as well. Give me 1 second to pull that page up. I don't have that up yet. Where is it? Oh gosh, I think I lost the page. Did I pin it? I would have been smart if I did that. I'm looking, I'm sorry. Name our next Pokemon is the reward, but I can't tell what it was that you wanted us to name. If you are in, well, I guess you donated anonymously, so you probably don't want to share your name. Yeah, guys, make sure if you do want to name a Pokemon or anything like that, put the name in the chat in the comment, not just the incentive thing, because I don't think I have access to that name. If you want to whisper at the TheCapsFan anonymous donor what you want the name to be, or you can speak up in chat, then I will be able to nickname the Pokemon. I feel bad. I feel like I should do something for that, even though they didn't donate specifically towards another incentive. But yeah, definitely pipe up in chat or do /whisper TheCapsFan separated by underscores if you want to let me know specifically what the Pokemon you want to, what the name is that you want the Pokemon to be. Please, please do so. I feel really bad. But thank you regardless for the donation. Yeah, Russell, I'm looking at that link. I don't see the name, though, specifically. Name our next Pokemon Anonymous. That's a good idea, actually. It's not there. Yeah, something's up with Tiltify, or like maybe Archaic forgot to click a button, or we need to be logged into the Bulbagarden Tiltify to see that information. But yeah, I will name our next Pokemon Anonymous after the $20 anonymous donation. I think that's a good compromise. How about that? It's going to be a Psychic Terror Raid. Who's it going to be? A Gibble. Psychic type Gibble. Well, congratulations, Anonymous. You are getting quite the strong Pokemon named after you. Here, let me actually make this super clear, too. Give me a second. Hold on. Put name in comment. Oh, that's ugly. Hold on. Hold on, let me click Shadow Ball real quick. Click. Thank you. There we go. Move this guy up. Make him a little smaller. There we go. Thank you again, Anonymous, for the $20. Alright, we've got our Gibble. We shall nickname it Anonymous. And you know what? We'll put it in a luxury ball. If I have one? I don't have one. How about a premier ball? We'll put it in a premier ball. Okay, we've got our Anonymous Gibble. And just as a reminder, guys, if you see at the very bottom of my incentive list there, if we can get to $1,700, 17,000. If we can get to 17,000, I will shave my head. If we can get to $1,700 total raised before the end of my stream, I will stop whatever I'm doing and go complete Victory Road to the best of my ability. Which, of course, if you haven't played Scarlet and Violet, is going to be, for me at least, defeating the remainder of the gym leaders and challenging the Elite Four. Anonymous. Alright, and we'll add it to our party. I think it's probably time to say goodbye to Stickbugged. As much as I love him, or as much as I love her, rather, she has been with us the longest. I guess I could get rid of Skeledirge. Nah, I'm gonna get rid of Stickbugged. We'll get rid of Stickbugged. If I could get some 07s in the chat, Stickbugged, you are a great party member. We love you very much, but we're going to replace you with Anonymous. I'm sorry, Solar. You know what? Let me see. First of all, we're gonna feed this Gibble all of the drugs we can. Speaking of which, it's no longer a Gibble. Okay. Would you guys prefer I keep Stickbugged or Skeledirge? Serious question. Because I'm kind of torn. I also love Stickbugged very much. Unfortunately, this evolution doesn't count as a catch, but that's okay. Alright, have all the drugs. Just probably gonna get you close, but not, yeah, not quite up to everyone else. Keep Skeledirge, gotta keep the starter. Ma'am, yes ma'am. I will make sure to do that. Alright, we got a normal raid here. How many more raids do we have to do? to get the 15,000. 2 more raids that are 3-star. I can't say I've really ever done many. I saw this Hoppip group and I was like, that Skiploom looks like a shiny Hoppip, but it wasn't. Sad. I gotta say, I haven't done many runs of Pokemon where I boxed the starter. I feel like that's like a classic thing that a lot of people do for like challenge runs and stuff. I have just never done it. I just feel like, you know, the starter is your first friend from day one. I can't just box him. Hold on. We're gonna name this Hoppip Hop because I accidentally pressed the B button twice. We may be getting word on what this name is. In which case, I will rename the Gabite. All right, Meowth. Only 700 from that. Normal type Meowth. Game, please don't crash on me here. Thank you. Whenever I'm streaming, I have moments where I have this like innate fear that if I've like muted the microphone for some reason, like to take a drink of water or to cough or to like quickly get up and say something to like my girlfriend or my cat, like I have this innate fear that I'm gonna forget to unmute myself, and so I constantly have to check back. I'm like, all right, am I unmuted? Cool. And I did mute myself to cough a little bit ago, so I just had to check. All right, got a Meowth. So yeah, we should be hitting 9,000 total Pokemon caught relatively soon. We're only about 26 away, so I'm thinking we'll probably do that within the next 30 minutes, hopefully. At the rate we're going, it'll probably take a little bit longer. I'm more worried about not being muted when talking to someone else. Okay. Oh, wow. We have a pair of donations. Solar Symphony has donated $20 saying, name Skeledirge Sans for the memes. And Russell says, as I force my action, next raid, use only Hoppips. Is that correct, Russell? Thank you guys both for the donation. Really, the donations. Really appreciate it. We shall name him Sans. Sans Undertale. Do you just want it to be Sans, Solar? Just straight up Sans? Nothing. I wish I could put like a spooky emoji or like a skull emoji in here. Isn't there a law about cruel and unusual punishments? Yeah, Snowy, that would be if you decided to donate $10 to make me sing a Pokemon song. That would be a cruel and unusual punishment. Alright, so we got Sans. Let's quickly grab our Hoppip. Actually, you know what? Yeah, and that goes for any of you, anyone else out there. That's my cruel and unusual punishment. You don't want to hear my singing voice. Archaic has a habit of leaving his mic muted. What's the Bidoof song? There's a poison raid out here. Let me go do that. Also, Russell, when you say you want only Hoppips in the next raid, do you want Like, do you mean the Pokemon Hoppip? Or our manifestation of our Lord and Savior Hoppip? Just reincarnated into a different, like, physical form. It's a Pokemon-themed version of Rickroll. That's incredible. How does it go? Like, never gonna bid you oof? I don't know. I think that's a perfect donation, Snowy. You should absolutely do that tomorrow. Ah, okay. Finally have word on what the name of this Pokemon is from Anonymous. And it's making it not so anonymous anymore because I know exactly who this is. But they asked for the next person, the next Pokemon to be named Yuggy. So thank you. You know who you are. And I know who you are for the $20. Really appreciate it. So we have Yuggy the Gabite. Bonus Hoppip is allowed, but genuine Hoppip preferred. Yep. So now we have Yuggy the Gabite. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Yeah, Wine, you know what you have to do now. You know what you must do. Okay, let's actually do this raid with real Hoppip. It's a 1-star poison raid, so we have a shot. Okay. Oh my god. That's incredible, Snowy. That's incredible. Okay. Hoppip. I want to see what our highest level Hoppip is. Who is the strongest of all of the disciples? Okay, we've got level 6 here. We've got level 8 there. So right now you're the winner. Got some more in here. Just one, level 8. Let me bring them into a... oh, wait, actually, hold on. Ah, Taurus. Jerk. Okay, well, if you're going to be here, you might as well get in a ball. Come on. Alright, we're running. Okay, this is what I actually wanted to do. We need to bring all the Hoppips in one box so that we can accurately compare which one's going to be our chosen Hoppip for this raid. Okay, you come here. Okay, and we've got 3 in here. How do I, yes, okay, that's how you do it. All right, we've got 7 Hoppip. Oh, we have a clear front runner. This level 22 Hoppip named Hop. I think you will be our chosen one, friend. Let's hope it knows good moves. All right, Hoppip. Onward into the den. This may be to your demise. But hey, at least you've tried, right? This is a Toxel, right? The chosen one. Thanks, Snowy. I'll take a look at it after stream. Godspeed. Can I get some 07s in chat, please? For our friend Hoppip. Ooh, he's got good moves. Okay, let's Leech Seed. Ooh, oh, this is a level 1 raid. We can absolutely do this if our partners are going to be doing that much damage. The O capital L. Love to see it. Okay, Bullet Seed. Go. Ooh. Taking big hits. Only 2 times on the Bullet Seed. That's okay. Got the paralysis from the Nuzzle. We'll be able to do this for sure. I have faith in Hoppip. All right, we did it. Let's go. Good job, Hoppip. You served us well. He is truly the hero we never thought we needed. Or rather, the hero we knew we needed, but just not the one we expected to get. There you go. Thank you again for the $5, Russell. I hope you are thoroughly entertained by that raid. Okay, how close are we to getting 15K on our league points? The children of Hoppip have been rewarded for their belief. Yes. They have indeed. Okay. Oh, we're very close. We just need one more raid. One more raid. Where are you? Do close to the... Maybe closer to the entrance to the city. How about that? Hopefully this isn't on that, like, high ledge like the one I tried to jump at yesterday. It's okay, Russell. It's just part of the stream. You're just part of the stream team now. You've got your brain is nothing but mush, and you're absolutely insane. That's just how it has to be if you're gonna stream for Bulba Garden. Oh, what are you, Shinx? What does little bro think he's doing, running into me? Absolutely not. Get in the ball. Crit capture. Oh, I'm gonna. Oh, I thought that was a Pokemon right there. And we have another $10 donation this time from Windarksea, who says, "Puppy time!" Absolutely. Okay, I will name the next Pokemon I get Pubby. And yes, make sure when you make sure when you donate to also donate towards the poll for whatever Pokemon game you want Emmy to stream for his stream tomorrow. Obviously, we are getting close to the end of that. So we get your votes in now. Currently, I think Pokemon Sword is winning. But me and several others are campaigning hard for Pokemon Y because we know how much Emmy hates that game. So definitely donate towards that. No, KR, unfortunately, I don't have climbing, but I do have dash. Thank you, Windarksea, for the $10. All right. We're going to name this elephant Pubby. I don't know who that is tweeting or chatting from the Bulba Garden account, but hello. I'm assuming that's either Archaic or Cody. But yes, very good point. Although I will say I felt pretty whole prior to my 8-hour stream yesterday. My like otherwise I think that's what broke me. Not Emmy, but me. Hi, Archaic. All right. QFant, soon to be known as Pubby, come with us. We have a job to do. Can't remember how QFant evolves. Let's give him a good ball too. Let's give him a nest ball. No, well he's more orange, isn't he? Like orange and blue. So maybe a, I guess repeat ball. I don't know. Let's just go great ball. Thank you all for your donations. I'm absolutely chuffed that we've already been able to raise like about $75 in just the hour and a little bit that I've been streaming. Like I've said a couple of times now, if we can get to 1,700 by the end of my stream, I will stop whatever I'm doing and go attempt the rest of Victory Road. Which would mean 2 gyms and the Elite Four. Alright, QFant. We are only 50 away. Specifically, well, technically, we are $48 and a cent away from 1,700. It is possible. I never doubt the chat in these events. Emmy always likes to doubt the chat, but I think I have confidence that we can get there. Yeah, me too, Russell. I've donated, I think, like $80 or something like that total throughout the stream. So my my bank account is not happy. All right, Pubby. Wine, do you want it to be in all caps or just in just camel case, like so? Level 34. Okay, I think we can probably get that far with the candies we've gotten from the raid. All lowercase. Got it. Pubby it is. I have never used QFant or Copper Raja, so this is gonna be fun. All right, who to get rid of? Oh God, I think it's gonna have to be Waffles. He's the oldest member of the team. All right, we'll do that. We'll get rid of Waffles. Goodbye, Waffles. Solar, I'm realizing I'm sending all of the ones you've donated towards to the box. I apologize. Oh no. You donated pancakes, not waffles. You're good. You're still in the game. Emmy donated for waffles. Also, let me record that QFant. All right, we got that steak. Heck yeah. Nice juicy steak. Okay, you are level 20, Pubby. Let's see how far we can raise you. It's not looking like you're gonna get raised super far, but we'll do our best. And we have 15k LP, so we can now go back to the town. Iron Defense. What do you have right now? Growl? Better than Growl. Let's just feed it the other 2 experience candies. Oh, nope. To Pubby, please. Thank you. Where is the entrance to the route? There it is. Whee! Alright, so here's what I'll do. To make it easier on me, if we do get to the $1,700 incentive, I will go ahead and take on Grusha like ahead of time, because I really wanted this incentive to be specifically like complete the Elite Four, like challenge the Elite Four. But I didn't have enough time earlier today to get through both Grusha and Tulip. And I think in addition to that, we need to be able to climb to get to Tulip, right? Actually, no, we don't need to be able to climb to get to Tulip. We talked about this yesterday. I think Pokedelta brought it up. So we'll go do Grusha, because I've already got the Pokemon Center right by his gym unlocked at exactly 9,000 total Pokemon. We'll go quickly do that and then get back to catching. I think we'll probably be fine with Grusha. We've got a fire starter, so we should be okay. And thank you again to Wine for the $10. All the children are very grateful. And us. Alright, we are close to evolving Copperajah at the very least. And it is nighttime, so we should be able to evolve Hoppip. Hey, Archaic, welcome.
Hey, Caps. So, I see that a donation target has been hit overnight.
It appears so. Your Coliseum stream, but I thought you already knew that.
Nope, I didn't.
Oh,
I only just checked as I got up. So
I thought you knew that yesterday because we were chatting about it, but I suppose not.
No, I was saying it would probably be hit, but it wasn't quite there.
Well, congrats. Yes, I thought I did mention it because I thought it had already been said, but no. Yeah, congrats, guys. We've unlocked the, I think it was supposed to be $1,500 incentive, but got pushed a little bit because the target specifically hadn't been met. But Archaic will be streaming Pokemon Coliseum directly after the conclusion of Catch Million.
Won't be directly after anymore.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
soon after TM.
Okay. Maybe we'll have a we might have a preview stream as an immediately after, or preview and test. But yeah, the hardware I was planning to use for capturing the GameCube game doesn't look good, frankly, and it's hard for me to tell if that's just because it never looked that good and we all had rose-tinted glasses, or if it's just that.
It could be a bit of both. It could be a bit of both. I would
easily be a bit of both.
So I would check one of my Nuzlocke VODs to see what you think about the quality there, because I stream from a GameCube directly for that. Obviously, I'm playing Leaf Green through. I'm playing Leaf Green through a Game Boy player with the Game Boy I'm playing Leaf Green through a Game Boy player with the GameCube hooked up to an HDMI adapter.
Yeah, like that. But what cables have you got? Like, are you using a digital out port, or are you using the composite or component cables hooked into a HDMI adapter?
I'd need to check, but I think it's plugged into the it's whatever port only exists on the first edition of the GameCube.
Okay, so you're doing an actual digital out port.
I think that sounds right. Yes.
Yeah, because what I've got currently is doing it through the Wii.
That's probably another reason why the picture doesn't look too good, because it's, well, I mean, I don't think GameCube games are actually emulated when they're on Wii, are they? They play natively.
It's original hardware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
But the port that I've got right now I am just using the red, white, yellow cables.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's definitely going to come out not as clean as an HDMI, even with the even though it's not original output.
Yeah, well, my bigger concern actually is okay, so here's the deal. I have Wii component cables, but I explicitly did not buy a component output to HDMI because the Elgato can't take 576i. It can only take 576p.
Yep.
So
That's true. That's the other thing.
yeah, so I had to get something that would do some form of upscaling, and this at least could do upscaling of the 480p to 720p, which the Elgato can take. Because while Elgato says it can take 480p, it can't. It takes 480p wide. It won't take the 640 by 480 regular 480. So the 4:3 ratio one.
It might just be the adapter that I have, because whenever I play GameCube, it scales to, I think, 480p. I think it scales to the resolution you just mentioned.
480p wide. Yeah.
I think so. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I need to double check. I don't necessarily know all the technical stuff. I just bought the stuff, plugged it in, and it worked.
Yeah. So I mean, you send me a link or whatever it is after the marathon or something, and I'll take a look at it. This one will work for an initial preview stream, and I'll probably start the Coliseum stream properly after after I finish marking student assignments and exams over the next couple of weeks, which will give me enough time to find the best option and have it shipped. I need to double check with the GameCube I have upstairs, because I'm not sure which GameCube my brother took and which one I took.
Yeah, but, and I think also the other thing to note is that mine I don't think is the best option. I think it's the cost-effective one.
The best option's like $300. I'm not doing that.
No, definitely not. If I speed ran games, then I would probably shell out for that. But no, it's not like I'm only using GameCube. Makes no sense to spend that kind of money.
Yeah, like if I had a GameCube player and I was using that to do my GBA games, it'd be easier to justify. But since I've got the Retro Freak anyway for the GBA games, I only need whatever solution I'm doing here for either just GameCube games or GameCube and Wii. And the only Pokemon game I'm intending to stream from that is Coliseum, because I already have Poké Park Wii on the Wii U Virtual Console. So there's like any other games that I might stream here are not Pokemon related. They're purely like for my own satisfaction if I ever do them on a personal channel or something.
Sure.
So.
And speaking of Snowy, I tend to actually disagree with you on that. I think a lot of the games from the GameCube have aged well. I just don't think Coliseum has. Like, take Wind Waker, for example. That game still looks wonderful on the GameCube in standard definition. Not even the Wii U port, or the Wii U remake, rather. I still think that game looks amazing. Other examples, Super Mario Sunshine looks great. Luigi's Mansion has aged a fair bit. It was a graphical showcase at the time, but not anymore.
Of course, knowing my luck, by the time I manage to get all the equipment and get set up, they'll announce a Coliseum XD double pack.
Oh boy, one can only hope. I don't think that will happen anytime soon. I think
in any case, though, we do need to figure out what our next donation target is, and I believe you had something that you wanted to be the target, didn't you?
Did I? I have my personal 1700, but specifically for this stream.
I believe there was something to do with friend locks.
Oh, that I think is going to be... That doesn't need to be a donation total. I'm already planning on doing that.
Okay, well, that makes it a bit harder then, because the only other donation total is ME's one, which is obviously his own, doesn't need to be listed as one of these, because he's already given a specific value anyway.
Right. I'm trying to think. Is there something the two of us could do?
Well, we've already got the
Unite stuff, yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I know what it is. I know what it is.
The last one we just hit was Cody's random... No. Did we... No, yours was the last one we hit. I don't know what Pokemon just for... I wanted Hex there.
So the next target is ME must change his avatar to a
yes.
Melee XME avatar.
Continuation of the 1250.
Yep, that was the next target.
With Skeletors that just leveled up.
We didn't say how long he's got to do that for.
I think he said he wanted it to be a week. Not sure. 1750 Bulbagarden renamed
We
Hoppip
need to
Garden.
make sure it's a week he's actually streaming.
I think that's a great idea, Russell. We should run with it. At 1750, we rename Bulbagarden to Hoppip Garden.
We've just done Grimer Garden. Suggest that for next year's April Fools.
Yeah, but Hoppip is our Lord and Savior. We can't just deny him the attention and respect and visibility he needs. Permanent change. I wouldn't go that far. I'm legally obligated to say that, by the way, because my boss is in the chat.
Yeah, I think we have rather exhausted a lot of the intended incentives, haven't we?
I think so, yeah. I had a second incentive I was thinking about doing, but I never solidified it before the marathon.
I mean, I've got things I've been considering, but the issue is I need to spend quite a bit of money to make them happen. Namely, in acquiring a copy of either Pokemon Trading Card Game 2 or Pokemon XD.
Maybe we could do something with the competitive side of Pokemon. Maybe, like, create a team for...
That would just be embarrassing ourselves.
Well, I mean, we could find someone who would be interested in doing it, who might not necessarily embarrass themselves, but we could maybe the next, like, tournament, like, in-game Scarlet online tournament. Didn't they just have one?
Their registrations are open right now for the next one. It's next weekend.
So why don't we have someone from Bulbagarden, like, Bulbagarden registers a team for the next in-game tournament or something like that.
I mean,
Or maybe we can do that after, like, after Emmys.
Yeah,
like
we can
using
do that
them.
one after ME's one, I guess. We'll see. But it definitely needs someone who's prepared and would have to be able to stream that on the weekend.
Coffee.
Pardon me.
All good.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Cheers. Okay, I think I'm going to stick to hunting Bergmite for this because it's the first thing in my donation tracker, my capture tracker. But we are only 9 Pokemon away from 9K, which is awesome. We will definitely get there within the next 5 minutes. If my quick balls are nice to me. Make that 8. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of the GameCube generation style of games and artwork, especially RPGs from that era. I love the fonts. The way I know how to describe them is the loopy fonts with the like twirly letters and stuff like that. They tried to make a lot of games back then look like they were something professional or out of a storybook almost. In like the menus and stuff like that. I'm thinking along the lines of like Tales of Symphonia or Xenogears or not Xenogears, sorry, Xenosaga or Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, stuff like that. I think a lot of that may not have aged well, but it's certainly fun to look at even these days. But I digress on that. I can be a GameCube fanboy all I want. It won't change the fact I never actually owned a GameCube as a kid, and would only wish to be part of that generation that did. KR, what is that dog? That's a scary looking dog. Okay. 6 more Bergmite to go. At this rate, I might as well shiny hunt Bergmite, right? Is that how this works? Or do I have to murder them instead of catch them? It's a Pomeranian. It looks like Doge is what it looks like. Looking at the Pokemon Shirts website. Oh boy, Russell. I think you need to change your avatar to a Hoppip now. You need to be our Hoppip king. Alright, Archaic, it looks like you're gonna be here for when we hit 9,000 Pokemon caught.
Over 9,000!
Indeed. Man, I'm getting crit capture after crit capture after crit capture. Getting very lucky. Dog of Hype. I was gonna say, I know the Dog of Doge. I know the Dog of Wisdom. I don't know the Dog of Hype. I've never heard of that. Oh, Cubchoo's eyes looked really weirdly textured there for a second before it finally panned out. Russell, are you going to Japan soon? I don't know if maybe you had mentioned that on one of your streams and I just missed it. What was that, Cubchoo? Yep. 3 more to go. I will be so grateful to finally get off this mountain. I've seen too many ice types today. But it doesn't help that they're just so easily caught in quick balls. A lot of these baby ice types. 1,600 plushies because of Ditto. Is there like a Ditto line of plushies? That's kind of awesome. The only experience I have with Pokemon plushies is the recent Jaden Animations video where she rates all of the Unova plushies. Oh, Bronzong, we don't want you. Get out of here. Oh, cool. Cool. We can't entice you to be a competitor now, can we? You can make it to Worlds, right? You told me about that video, Kara. I saw that video before we had talked about it. Or no, I think I saw the video. I saw it had been released, but I didn't go watch it. She is really on point. That Joltik plush is adorable. Durant.
I really wish that I tried to qualify for Worlds. I'm in a bit of a rough situation where I don't have any like local leagues and tournaments that I could do on a regular basis to try and get points. So I would have had to have won an event.
Oh yeah, no, not on your first time coming back after years and years and years.
Yeah, well, not only that, but the only local event that wouldn't require me to travel like a massive distance was regionals back in December, which they only announced the date of like 3 weeks before the event. So I didn't exactly have much time to plan and prepare, and the decks I was thinking about playing, I couldn't play because the cards didn't arrive. And
Oh,
so
well,
I ended up
TCG
playing-
has definitely a much higher barrier to entry than VGC. Just because
Yeah.
you have to buy cards and you have to, like, you know, make sure, like, you have to buy enough to make sure you get the good ones. Although I imagine a lot of the top TCG players are probably, like, sponsored or something like that, so that they can just, like, get cards.
I mean, a lot of the top TCG players only buy singles. Like,
Yeah.
they will get packs from winning tournaments, and maybe they're buying the occasional booster box or something, but a lot of them seemingly just don't bother with that kind of stuff, just buy the specific cards they need.
By the by, if you take a look at our total Pokemon caught, bless you, we have finally reached 9,000 Pokemon, which means I'm going to quickly take on Grusha, and then I'll be back to catching Pokemon on my way to the city on top of the plateau, which I cannot remember the name of.
Ironically, I didn't actually do that bad in the tournament for having not played for ages. I still think my deck pick wasn't actually horrible for it, because so the thing is with that Australian regionals, it was happening very close to I think it was the Latin American internationals, and when you think about people traveling, if they're only going to go to one event, they're going to go to the internationals, not some regionals in Australia that's probably going to cost them more to travel to. So, like, it felt like we didn't get as many international players coming to the event. While at the same time, obviously, it was much, much bigger than the events were back in my day. Like, I think just the junior division alone was bigger than the entire Australian Nationals back in 2006.
Yeah, Letters, that's a really good point. Honestly, I would hope that she would, like, do something like that in the future, because she said she said that she'd want to be rating a bunch of the other ones as well. So you can only hope she donates all of them to, you know, like a local like charity or something like that, or hosts like a charity stream or something like that. But who knows? Anyway, I digress. We can actually take on this dragon type now because we have an ice type. Yeah, I'd have thought about participating in VGC back when I was a kid, but I don't think, in hindsight, I probably would have gone. I probably would have lost every match, and I probably never would have touched a Pokemon game again after that. So I'm very grateful I didn't do that.
Yeah, for years I've thought that the VGC side of things, I mean, at least they did have age divisions, but even then the kids in the lower age divisions often still have incredibly good teams, regardless of if they built them themselves or they found a team build they liked online and copied it directly. But yeah, I've often felt that kind of thing could be very demoralizing for a lot of pardon me, a lot of young fans, and I think now that it's easier to get into the VGC, not just because it's easier to train, but also because information about what actually makes a good Pokemon and what makes a good Pokemon team is a lot more readily available.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, back in the day, you'd find all the information about, like, individual Pokemon, but you wouldn't necessarily find good team information. and a lot of people tended to hoard that information so they could use it themselves. Whereas now there's just so many eyes looking at things that's a bit more impossible. So I feel like it's not as intimidating as it used to be, and it's not as time consuming as it used to be to get a Pokemon ready. I mean, it's about the same amount of time as you need to prepare a Pokemon for 7-star raids. And honestly, the 7-star raids feel like they are designed to train people to do that, yeah. TCG still struggles on that aspect.
TCG is always going to be inherently more difficult to get into, like I said earlier, just because of the monetary commitment you need to make to get into that.
Well, I mean, with something like TCG Live, it's a lot easier to get into for basically free. And the TCG Live does give people free decks regularly.
But can you own cards in TCG Live? Like, can you buy online booster packs that you can then, like, for example, print out or take to tournaments?
Not print out. You can use them to participate in online tournaments, or you should be able to once they enable that function, because it used to be in TCG Online. You can use crystals to buy items in TCG Live, which for now you get from redeeming physical packs. And you can also get some as gifts from the free battle pass, and doing the premium battle pass does make sense. You get enough crystals from that it basically pays for itself, and you get so many free decks, so you've got plenty of things there to try out to get into the game, even if you're not necessarily going to build the ultimate top tier deck. Though frankly, they have been giving away all the cards you'd need to build like several of the top tier decks right now.
See, until the day that they actually allow you to use your online cards in real, not to say that online tournaments aren't real tournaments, but like in-person tournaments, that's the day that TCG will become more, at least on par with accessibility to the VGC.
Yeah, I mean, it does. At least it means that you can test decks in a competitive environment, even if you don't have anyone local to you to play against. Like, a lot of the big tournament players are going to test out deck ideas without the actual cards and using printed out proxies of the cards, playing against other high-end players that they know. And like, people just getting into the game obviously don't have that option. So at least you've got something that allows you to test out ideas in a better setting. But the matchmaking is a nightmare. Like, you have no guarantee that like you're up against people in, say, your same age division or anything like that, and the skill levels vary so wildly. I mean, you've got casual and ranked, and that's the only ones you can go into. But what you may as well put that down as ranked, really, really serious. Casual, all the really, really serious people testing out deck ideas because they don't want to go into ranked until they know that their deck idea is going to win. So it's still like fairly brutal and unforgiving, and frankly the way a lot of people play in that is a bit iffy as well. I've like,
where do I need to go?
You'll have like missions from the battle pass that require you to complete a certain amount of games without conceding, and despite that, like, your opponents will just start spamming emotes and whatever, like effectively going like, what the heck are you doing, why aren't you conceding?
That's just online culture rearing its ugly head.
Yeah,
If you want any evidence that I'm terrible at menus in games, you can point to this stream between that snarl where I wanted to click Torch Song and then me having to go through that menu 3 times to do the slope run or whatever. There is more money in keeping them separate, but at a certain point you would think that like money, if people don't have a way to get into it, they're not going to be spending money on the product in the first place if they feel like they're not going to be able to adequately participate.
Yeah, and that's the problem. You want something that's going to be easy for people to get into, and that's not going to discourage them as soon as they get into it.
I may need to restart this.
Yeah, TCG in particular, if you don't have a local league, it's likely the first time. Like, if you don't have a local league and you're not playing TCG live, it's likely the first time you go into a tournament you're going to get completely destroyed. Because, say...
Oh, I did pass.
Well, like, as an example, I remember... in my first TCG tournament, I won it, but I shouldn't have. I basically built my deck for that around the same principles as a starter deck, because like it's the starter deck. That's the standard build setup, right? That's what everyone would be using, except that tournament decks bore no resemblance whatsoever to starter decks. And like back in that day, you could still win with a starter deck with lucky draws and so forth, but it was only because practically everyone else in the tournament was an amateur, because that was before we actually established the league at that store. But these days, going in with a starter deck is like, well, you're doomed. And like now we have the league battle decks, which do at least give you decent cards, give you the basis for a more competitive deck, but they're also like twice the price of a starter deck, and that's just increasing the barrier to entry for new players.
As a reminder to everyone, if you're wondering why I'm not catching any Pokemon right now, I did say that at 9,000 total Pokemon caught, I'd challenge Grusha, which is what we're doing right now. But if we can get to 1,700 total before the end of my stream, I will go and attempt the rest of the Victory Road, which is, in this game, the Elite Four. So if you want to see that, be sure to donate. I'm only live for about another hour or so left. So if you've got any last-minute donations in, be sure to get them in within the hour. There are also a bunch of other donation incentives you can donate towards, listed at the bottom of the screen, also in our Tiltify. Or you can type !donate in chat to get that information as well. This should be a pretty easy fight with Skeletor's. I'm not expecting to be caught off guard or anything like that, but we'll see. I don't really have any backups, so yeah, whenever they get TCG Online on the Switch, I will give it a try. Until then, I have little desire in trying the current TCG. That being said, I will play the Game Boy Color TCG at some point, whenever that comes out on the Switch.
Yeah, I played that on stream a while back, and it was an interesting experience going back to that after so long.
Russell, I'm assuming you collect... Ooh. That was a big hit there. Beartic's design looks really weird. I did play a little bit of that game on 3DS, but not enough to the point where I remember it at all. It's a Titan. Ooh, this might kill. Yep.
The only problem with that game on 3DS and so forth is that since it doesn't support card pop, you can't get the full set of Pokemon.
Oh, right. I remember you talking about that with the Bulbacast that we did. Ugh, liquidation. And that's not going to do much. I may need to revive Skeledirge. Tailwind might help here. Yeah, at least we'll get one more attack in. Look at me, I said I wasn't concerned about this fight, and here we are, struggling. Rock type was not super effective. Is rock type super effective against ice? I can never remember. It's either rock or ground. I think it's rock type. Trying to catch them all in the TCG. Oh boy. Good luck. I will say I still have my old card collection from when I was a kid. I've been actually like going through it relatively recently to see if I have any rare cards. I have a couple. But I also have near completed collections of some of the Gen 3 like card collections. What are they called? Like editions, packs.
Sets.
Yes, that's what they're called. Thank you. Sets.
Expansions. Ways you could potentially do that.
Okay, just this Altaria, and then we'll be back on the road. Let me look real quick. Do I need to take on a Titan? I think I might need to take on a Titan. Can you get to... Alfornata, that's what it's called. Can you get to Alfornata without climbing? Oh, there's a hack you can do, apparently. Is modern Pokemon TCG as confusing as modern Yu-Gi-Oh? I'll leave that to you, Archaic. I have no idea. I know nothing about the TCG.
No, it's fairly straightforward, frankly.
Need to revive. Send in Pubby as a sacrifice.
Like the rules have not substantially changed since earlier generations. You can very quickly adapt. I mean, there are changes, but most of the changes are more like just being aware of how certain current cards work as opposed to being a fundamental rule change. Like, for instance, I got caught out actually at the tournament I went to because when I used Marnie, I shuffled my hand into my deck because most of the trainer cards that had you put your hand back into the deck and draw cards back in the day worked that way. But the way that's become increasingly common now for I mean, Marnie's just rotated out, but Iono is coming in soon, and that one works this way. It has you shuffle your hand, then put your hand on the bottom of your deck, and then draw cards.
Yeah, I think it's probably stuff they've implemented over the years to avoid like cheating or card counting, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know the exact reason they've implemented it, but that's like, I mean, it's spelled out on the card. It says that on the card, but I was just still in my habit of here's how I do it.
Yeah.
And because I'd only been playing online and not at leagues, that fact wasn't necessarily like cognitively I knew how that worked, but I hadn't actually done that myself. But yeah, all this basic stuff like evolution and all that still work. It would just be a case of if there's a classic card you remember that's still like in print and being used, just check the wording and make sure it still works the same way. Like the biggest change for me was rare candy, because in the old days I could play like turn 1, play routes, play rare candy, evolve it to Gardevoir all on the same turn, whereas now you can only play rare candy the turn after the Pokemon's been played, so it's got to spend a turn stayed as a basic, and it only allows you to evolve it from the basic to the fully evolved. So like one of the other things we used to be able to do was like if I just evolved to Curlier this turn, and then I did something to draw cards, and I now had Gardevoir and Rare Candy in my hand, I could now use the Rare Candy to play the Gardevoir immediately. That used to be saying you could do, you can't do that anymore. So there's it's mostly just how certain individual cards work that's the big deal. A lot of the other stuff, I mean, you can't attack turn 1 if you go first, but you can going second. I think that was the case back in the day. You do draw a card on your first turn going first. That's different to how it used to be. And they've clarified a few things recently regarding order of operations, which is like, this has always been the rules, but there's clearly been a lot of misunderstanding about it over the years, that like you apply your damage counters, but then you do all the other effects of the attack before you resolve the damage counters. It's like there was an example with a specific Pokemon recently where they were like, okay, so this attack swaps, does its damage, swaps the active and benched Pokemon. That is, the defending Pokemon puts it on the bench, brings another one forward. But it was like, it does that before you resolve the damage, so the ability on this Pokemon that activates when they're knocked out while they're active doesn't actually activate, because at the time you resolve the damage, they are on the bench, even though at the time you applied the damage, they were active. And so it's little things like that they've been having to clarify. But overall, the game still plays remarkably similar to how it did when I was playing competitively back in the day.
Well, you still have a lot of your classic cards in the decks, right?
Yes and no.
Like, you got your Professor Oaks, Rare Candies, and stuff like that.
Well, not Professor Oak anymore. But,
oh, really?
But, Professor's Research is what the card is now, and it is basically the same as Professor Oak. And they just the card has a subtitle. And Like right now, there's both Professor's Research Professor Turo and Professor's Research Professor Sada, both in print. But you couldn't have 4 of each because they're both still Professor's Research cards. So that's something they have updated, that like you can have subtitles to cards while still counting as the same card. I guess we used to have that in the old days, and you'd have like the levels written on a lot of the Pokemon. And they don't do that anymore, but you would always only be able to have like 4 Bulbasaur, regardless if there were ones with different levels on them. So I guess that's following that sort of precedent. But yeah, they've got a bunch more cards where that's a thing now, like bosses' orders and so forth.
Solar Symphony just donated $1 to St. Baldrick's Foundation. She says, "You shrimping over there," and donated towards posture check. Thank you. Yes, I was in fact shrimping, so I am now sitting up straight, nice and tall. Thank you for that, Solar. But that's
sorry, I'll be back in just a few moments.
That's okay. But that reminds me, we're now under. We have been under $50 to the Victory Road goal, and I am working my way towards where I would need to go to get that. Of course, if we don't get there, I'll just be catching Pokemon for the next rest of my shift. But if we do get there, I'll take on the Elite Four. Of course, in order to get there, I need the 8th gym badge, which requires me to go to Alfornada. And though apparently you're supposed to not be able to get there until you are able to climb, I found a way to get around that, and we're going to try that. We got a couple of Mankey, though, trying to block our way. Alright, I believe it's like right here that I need to like jump off the cliff. Oh, well, yeah. Follow the path on the left. It's kind of cool that they put this in the game. Whee. Like, the game explicitly tells you can't get there unless you climb, and here the game is also telling you that there's an absolute, like, completely other way to do it. See, here we go. Very nice. There's a raid down there. I won't take it. Okay. Oh, bonk. Hope you guys have been enjoying this stream so far. If you are just tuning in and you're curious as to what I am doing, who I am, what's going on, my name's TheCapsFan. I have been doing a catch-em-all run of Pokemon Scarlet so far on this channel. I've streamed a bunch yesterday and a little bit on Wednesday. Today is the last segment that I'm participating in for the marathon, but we are raising money for St. Baldrick's Foundation, which is a group that helps raise money for children's cancer research. It's for a great cause, and St. Baldrick's gets all of the money that you donate. So please, if you are at all inclined, feel free to donate to incentivize you to do so. There are a number of things that I will do depending on the amount of your donation. You could see some of them at the bottom of my screen, but there are others that you can find at our Tiltify page. So type !donate in chat if you're interested in donating. If not, that's fine too. Just be sure to share the word, tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your brother and sister, whatever, about the cause and what we're doing. We appreciate any sort of shout out or amplification of the event. So thank you guys very much. I am, of course, rounding out my time here. I need to heal up my Pokemon. Holy crap. If we can get to 1700, like I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, I will be challenging the Elite Four, or at least getting as close as I can. So let's keep up the donations, let's keep up the momentum, and let's hit that goal. Let me quickly revive a bunch of these dudes. I should have healed when I was at that center, but I didn't. Luckily, I have just enough healing items that I should be able to get everyone up to full health. And while I'm in the menu, let me actually check to see if I have any rare candies for Pubby down here. No rare candies, but I've got some experience candies. That's just as good. Of course, you can choose to nickname any Pokemon that we catch. That would be a $2 donation to St. Baldrick's. If you do decide to do that, please be sure to put the nickname in the comment message, as it's a little bit difficult sometimes to get access to the actual name. Coming into the cave here, let me take a look. At the very back wall of the cave, you'll see a slope leading up to your right. Okay. There's a bunch of new Pokemon in this cave too, so this is good for our catch-em-all. Like I said, I'm trying to get to 200 today. I don't think I'll get there, but I haven't checked in a while, so maybe I should do that to see how close we are. Let me go check that out here. 139. So yeah, probably not. But maybe we'll get to a 150. I tend to set goals that I think are too high for myself, and then end up regretting it when I can't get there. Oh, I forgot to auto heal all of the Pokemon as well, so they're all half health still. All right, Meditite. Okay, slope leading up to the right. I think that might be it right there. Slope leading up to the right. Is it this? No, is it just this? Slope leading up to the right, okay. Very back wall of cave, follow that. Go until you see a trainer that is talking about the weather. Alright. Toxicity, if you don't get in this quick ball, I am just gonna run. Come on, buddy. Very nice. Very nice. Toxicity. Very cool Pokemon. Used it in Pokemon Sword. Love the guitar design. And also the fact that his name is, the species name is the Punk Pokemon. Any of you punk rockers in chat, that's the Pokemon for you. Alright. Are you talking about the weather? No. Hope I didn't go the wrong way. Let's grab this real quick. Okay. Try and run into as many of these Pokemon as I can. These babies are probably more likely to get caught in the quick ball than the evolved forms. Yep, just as I say that, that is not the case. And Sans is dead. Rip. Let's run, try again. Okay. Heal, 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 heal. Sometimes, you know, you just gotta tell yourself what you need to do. Especially if you are as scatterbrained as I am. Okay, there we go. Everyone up to full health. Everyone's feeling fine. Okay, I see torches. I think I'm going the right way. Hello, Gabite. I meant Gibble. Please let me kidnap your child. Ah. See, if your entire party was Hoppips, this wouldn't happen. Yes, I would have the protection of our Lord Hoppip on our side. Do we think I can beat the chat? Do we think I can beat the 8th gym with the team that I have? I feel like I need to be a little bit stronger. Quick ball, go! Darn it. Alright, we'll actually try and catch this one. Probably not a great idea because it is a dark type. Oh, Torch Song, too strong. Although it would have been fun to experience Paldea with a different starter, I can't say I'm not a fan of Skeledirge. I think it's just so cool. Look at this thing. Look at the mask on its face and the little bird on its head. Quick balls are not going well. Okay, time to run. No, run, please, thank you. Okay. Okay, I see some torches. I think you're the person I need to see. Yes, okay. So we just need to follow the torches and we'll make it to the city. Ooh, he does not look great from above. Look at that. Look at that N64 era polygon form thing there. Oof, he looks bad. Crit, nice. Our luck is finally back on our side. Want to see what this item is. My problem with open world games is that whenever I see little things lying on the ground everywhere, I'm like, yes, I must go see what that is. And then I get completely distracted from the main objective, which is, of course, the point of an open world game and why people love them so much. But as someone who needs to do things, who's on a time crunch, it's not great. Another crit there. Boom. But yes, we are running out of time, folks. If you want to see me take on the Elite Four, please do get your donations in. I know level and speed affect runaway chance, but only progression affects catch chance. I thought level affected it as well. Am I wrong? Oh. I'm lucky I made that jump. Oh, you know what? Let's catch this Houndoom, actually. This should be pretty easy to catch. Because it's one of the Terra ones, so... Just weaken it, put it to sleep. A singular Shadow Ball should do it. I always assumed that level affected catch chance. Ooh, Sucker Punch hurts. Okay, let's get a yawn in here while we're still alive. Ha, joke's on you. And let's throw a Ultra Ball, because we have those now. Oh, not good enough yet. Oh, he tanked that. Alright, now that it's asleep, we should be able to catch it. If I have any Dusk Balls, maybe I should throw those. Looks like I do not. I feel like Dusk Balls have kind of... their effectiveness have worn off now that there aren't as many caves. Obviously, they still work at night, but... nowhere near as good as they used to be. Okay, Houndoom. Houndoom. Nope, I said Houndoom. There we go. Okay. Oh, you get a little LP boost from that too. I didn't actually know that you got that. That's cool. Okay, we've reached the light at the end of the tunnel. First, we will catch a Salandit. Oh, whoops. Looks like we will not be catching this Salandit. Oh, wait, actually, we will be catching this Salandit. Very nice, very nice. Salandit's a cool Pokemon. I like the Pokemon that only evolve if they are a certain gender. Makes for like a nice real world allegory, right? Alright, are we on the right place? We're not at the right place. What? Oh god. We have to go through this all again. I think I went the wrong way. Oh, okay. Speedrun time. Let's go. I did. I think I just took the wrong turn in the right cave. I got all the way to the place I needed to go and then goofed. Probably could have done like a save and quit there from my autosave, because it probably autosaved right after the Houndoom, but I think I may have gotten like too far down, as does everyone that's looking for a stake. Those stakes were tough to find. I'm always like really, like I always struggle at stuff like that, like another example being the wisps in Legends Arceus, like finding all the wisps. I always have trouble doing that sort of like search quest. At least a lot of these items have respawned. That's cool. Wee. No, you affected my momentum. This one's evil. Nothing can be KR. Nothing can be more evil than the Koroks. Nothing can be more evil than the Koroks. No fetch quest will ever be more evil than the Koroks. There's 900 of them. That's insane. And apparently they're going to be in Tears of the Kingdom too. Spoiler alert, apologies. Koroks are perfect beings. Oh, wait. This dude's a rare guy that I can only find in the crater. Glimmet? I only know your evolution. I hate this design. It looks so gross. Koroks are perfect beings. They're just annoying about it. Why do they have to have so many? Yeah, thank you, KR. It's okay. My ghost gator is perfectly immune to that. Can we? Thank you. Okay, Glimmet. Let me quickly record that. Glimmet. That's actually a really rare find, isn't it? It's only like 0.1% chance. Oh. I'm sorry, KR. I won't laugh at your expense, but that is kind of funny. Alright, I think I had to go this way. Yes, there we go. Poof. Here we are. Area 6. The wonderful, wonderful town of Alfornada. So let me get up to 90-30. So catch a few more, or at least until I run out of quick balls. How about that? And then we'll take on the 8th gym. And of course, if you do want to see me take on the Elite Four, that is, we are currently, what is that, $47-ish away from that. So we have 20 quick balls. After that, I'll take on the 8th gym. And then after that, if we reach that goal, we can take on the Elite Four. If not, I'll probably be handing it over at that point. So, yeah, let's get that goal. Because I want to do it. Klefki. Klefki's is one of those designs that I'm just like, this is a Pokemon? It's just a set of keys. Some guy left his car keys lying around and suddenly they turned to life. Alright, Bennett. Yeah, that's right. The Eevee challenge is going on right now. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any Eevees. Voltorb's just a ball, sure, but it's a Pokeball. That's what makes it fun. Alright, got a Bennett. Eevees are near Olive Town. Gotcha. Yeah, I think I ran into a couple earlier. I kind of thought they spawned all over the place, like they do in Legends. Come on, quick ball, please. Darn. You know what? Since you've been so kind and decided to cut your health down to half, I guess I'll throw a repeat ball. Crit. Sure, we take those. Evolutions are all over the place. Yeah, I knew that. We just branded a Glaceon, right? But I guess you can only find the babies in the Olive Town. Maybe they just like olive oil or something. I'm still mad they don't have that Smoliv is not like Arbolive. Wait, what's the final version of Smoliv? Like Arboliva? Is that it? I'm still mad that's not just a bottle of olive oil. Yeah, Arboliva. Alright, we got more keys. Let's catch every single teenage girl in the year 2007 right here. There we go. Arbor Oliva, literally olive tree. True, yeah, but like, it would have been funny if it was olive oil. Because then you would have been like, how did it get there? Okay, we got Bombardier here. This thing not having an evolution is one of the biggest sins of Paldea. Then we have to make a Popeye Pokemon. There's no spinach Pokemon. Alright, bye. I thought Oddish was the other type of Pokemon. Not spinach. The other leafy green. All right, you know what? Let's try this actually. Why don't we just run into the same Pokemon and throw another quick ball? Saves me the extra 2 seconds of me running around to find another one. There we go. Okay. Got a Murkrow here. Espeon spawn upon around there. I don't think I have Espeon yet. I think the only evolution that I have is the Glaceon I caught earlier today. And then base Eevee. Oh, Sylveon. Sylveon. Still, probably don't have it, so that's definitely useful if we can get it. near the pink base and in the crater. I think I remember catching an Espeon around the pink base. Ooh, Murkrow, be strong. Get out here. And heal. And try again. Ah! Darn. Okay. Let's. We had better luck with Klefki. So, Klefki. Have not seen a palm tree anywhere. No. Let me pan around. I see that one over there, and those over there. I don't see any other ones though in this field. Maybe I'll run around and take a gander. Man, these guys do not want to get in the quick balls. Ooh, imprisoned. That was a cool little move animation. I didn't realize that it did the. I mean, like I recognize that from previous games, but that was like really real in your face. Okay. Another Gothorita. Oh my gosh, man. We are getting so unlucky. Alright, let me go run over there and see if I can get a Sylveon. No, it's okay, it's okay. I'm here to entertain, so if you want to see me catch Sylveon, I will catch the Sylveon. I'm also here to raise money for St. Baldrick Foundation. But you guys know all about that, right? Okay, so they spawn like in here, on the other side of the town. Sylveon, where are you? I don't see any Pokemon over here. Oh, hello, Rufflet. The side that faces the ocean. That's where I was. That's right where I was. Oh my gosh. Okay, got a Rufflet. Okay, if I lean back in my chair, can you guys still hear me okay? Because my back kind of hurts because I've been sitting up. I've been sporting good posture, and now I'm trying to sport bad posture. Near a palm tree. Oh my gosh. Okay, good. Good. Got another Meditite. I see a Flaffy and a Scovillain, which we don't have before. We don't have yet, sorry. Something, my brain is broken. Very cool. Look at this Nimble trying to run away from me. Or low kicks, excuse me. I see you running away. Don't get too far. Don't get too far ahead. I'm coming after you. Yeah, that's right. Spooky little bug. Boop. Got it. We're getting close. Getting close. Only 2 more quick balls and then I'm taking on the gym. Should be able to take this one on easy, right? God, Skeletor's really is the best option for this gen in terms of Victory Road, isn't it? Fire Ghost is just such a good typing. It is a shame, though, that we did get Fire Ghost after just getting Typhlosion, Hisuian Typhlosion. Like, we've already been here before, right? So... Alright. One more quick ball left. Let's see what it's going to be. Looks like it will be this Rufflet. Oh, but I don't have Chansey yet. Let's go get Chansey. Let's hope I can get Chansey. Wish they had gone more of a mask approach. Yeah, I mean, like, he's clearly got the mask, right? You know what it is. But they could have leaned into it a bit more. I agree. I've repeated this numerous times, but I really do love the way that the little bird on his head goes from an egg to a bird between the second and third evolution. All right, well, we didn't get this Chansey. All right. So, if I remember correctly, I need to do a quick therapy session, and then I can challenge the gym. I'm pretty happy with the team we've got. Obviously, Skeledirge, like I said before, I used it in my previous playthrough, but still good, still great Pokemon, one of my favorites of this generation. We used Clodsire for a fair bit, which is my favorite Pokemon of this generation. Then we've also got our Amoonguss, which I've never used. We've got Caparaja, which I've never used. Gabite, which I haven't used in a very long time. What else we got? Sneasel and Weevil, who I pretty much never used. And then our last one is, remind myself, yes, Rockruff, or Lycanroc, excuse me, which has been a while since I used that one. Alrighty, taking on the gym. Taking on the gym. It's more an online quiz, but it's a feelings check. We're gonna talk about our feelings and do a little jazzercise in the meanwhile, right? Emotional spectrum practice. Dendra's over here like, yes, I lost to her and she's making me do this. I meant to hit A. I meant to hit A. I need to start spamming A instead of B. Yes, I will get the gym test started. Need to do this quickly while Archaic is still away so he doesn't get mad at me for not catching Pokemon. He might be here. Emotional spectrum practice. Let's go. Oh my god. 3 FPS. We're jamming though. Show me all your joy. The lamest rhythm game I've ever seen. Recall something that made you angry? When was the last time I was truly angry? I can't tell you. I couldn't tell you, actually. I guess the last time I was angry was when I tried to buy tickets for a concert and the prices were advertised far higher than they were, far lower than they actually were. Made me mad. I was like, bro, why are you overcharging me? False advertisement. Last 7-star raid. It wasn't the shiny that went boom. Alright, now let's beat up this little kid. Make her feel angry. As a reminder, this is going to be the last step before I would theoretically have to take on Victory Road. So if you are interested in donating, getting a last-minute donation in towards our 1,700 donation incentive, or donation target, rather, be sure to get those last-minute donations in. I think I only have a couple more trainers, and then the gym leader. And then that will be it. Any anonymous donors out there? Lurkers. Time for the second half. Look, he's doing the Wii Sports bounce. Doing the little Wii Sports bounce. Just hop in, you know? Don't get paid until next week. That's okay. The donations will be alive until, I think, the end of next week. So, don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. I need to double check. But I think that's when they end. Hey, Kasumi, welcome to the voice chat. We're practicing our emotional feelings right now. Kasumi may have stepped away. Or maybe she just ignored me. I'm kidding. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm not broken. Just a little torn. Oh, and she's gone. I scared her away. Hold out for that lactic acid. Sure. Alright, let's spam Shadow Ball and... or not spam Shadow Ball. Hey, Kasumi, that's okay. I was just joking anyway. Might need to check your Discord settings, though. But you knew that already. Alright, now we can spam Shadow Ball. Indeedy, isn't that also a bug type? Oh, just kidding. No, I thought it was I was thinking of Cutiefly is what I was thinking of. This isn't normal type, is it? Crap. I got baited. I could Snarl, I suppose. That's probably still super effective damage. It's the Galar Nurse Pokemon. Oh, Galar-Ardino. Yeah, that would make sense. That did a lot of damage. I wonder what my special is. Or my Spadef, rather. Okay, Medicham. Suppose we can leave Skeledirge in there for that. I think Shadow Ball should be super effective now.
Well, that took a lot longer than I was expecting it to.
Welcome back. Kasumi did join the call, and then she promptly left. I mean, she's having some audio issues.
She's having some problems with her headphones working.
That's okay.
But,
I have all the time in the world. Okay, now that we're done talking about our feelings, we can take the gym badge, or take the gym battle. Still think this is one of the weaker gym tests. It would have been better if the rhythm game was at least just a little bit harder, where you don't have 3 seconds to hit the button, you have 1 second to hit the button. But I digress. It's not like these are supposed to be hard anyway. This is a game for kids, right? Quickly heal here, and then we will go take on the gym. No, DDR Pokemon. Honestly, a Pokemon DDR would be a lot of fun. I'm not a huge DDR fan. Like, I love rhythm games, but I'm terrible at dancing. So, like, actually moving my body for a rhythm game sounds like it would just absolutely suck. And I'm also just not good at it, so...
Honestly, the lack of proper Pokemon rhythm game does seem like a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean...
I think we should have, like, Ukulele Pichu from Ranger 3 come back and be the star of a rhythm game. That sounds lovely.
I was going to say, imagine a rhythm game that takes all of the openings and endings from both the Japanese and English dubs of the anime, and I don't know, would you want to do a... You could
even do like not just that, but I mean, think of how many iconic themes there are throughout the games. You know, like a lot of the battle themes and the route themes.
See, a bunch of these songs are already in other rhythm games. Is the only issue. So I'm just wondering, like, if you wouldn't do a crossover with like Taikon or Tatsujin where it was just all Pokemon games. I feel like it would need to be...
Do Taikon no Rillaboom?
No, I mean, like, they've already got Pokemon sound packs and whatever in those games. I think if you're going to do a Pokemon rhythm game, it has to be explicitly Pokemon themed, not just something that could easily be DLC in someone else's game.
I'd love to see a Guitar Hero on tour kind of style thing where you can play as the different Pokemon that are based off of like music like Rillaboom and Toxtricity and Obstagoon, and you can like do the different parts based on the different Pokemon you select. That'd be cool. I kind of feel either would you do it based around one of the gym leaders who's explicitly a musician. Roxy from Black 2 White 2.
There was that Masters EX story a while back which had a bunch of them forming like an impromptu band together.
KR, DDR Pokemon featuring Mirror Bee and Ludicolo. What a missed opportunity. Like, that was at the height of like when DDR was popular, like the GameCube era with the Mario DDR. Like, they really could have took that and ran with it. That would have been great.
You really could have.
Yeah.
Add in a breakdancing level with Hitmontop.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, like, now you've got like gym leaders who literally are rappers, right? Like, I feel like some sort of rhythm game or something would be ideal.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. There's a lot of There's a lot of Nintendo franchises that seem to demand a rhythm game. Like, how has Splatoon not gotten a rhythm game?
Splatoon, I feel like, would be more like karaoke.
Maybe.
I don't know. I just think it would be funny for people to just, like, karaoke Splatoon songs when they're just going like...
It would be amusing.
I think
Yeah,
I just
I don't know
songed this floor just forgetting that it was going to Terra. Whoops.
I don't know how you would do it, but rhythm games, I mean, there have been arguably rhythm games in Pokemon before as mini games. It seems like low-hanging fruit that you could do it with just a bit of imagination.
Yeah, 100%.
Either, I don't know, based around contest trainers, based around the various gym leaders that are all musicians, or like you said, based around just a group of Pokemon themselves that could be almost like a band who are music-themed Pokemon.
Cadence of Hyrule is fantastic. That game is going on... If you have Nintendo Switch Online, you can play that game for free starting on Monday. If you haven't played Cadence of Hyrule yet, go play that game on Monday when you can do that, when you can download it.
Horrible at it.
I loved it. I just thought it was so cool. They took in like musicians from the VGM community. Like I think Family Jewels and Adrianosaurus both like contributed to the soundtrack. Like it was just really cool.
Like the idea I loved, but I couldn't get it to work at all. To the point where I wondered if there was, if I must be playing on a delay, or maybe I just didn't have a good enough controller. Actually, I remember that was part of the issue, because I was playing on my a first gen Pro controller there, where it had that issue with the D-pad sometimes, and that made it unplayable. I had to switch to Joy-Cons, and Joy-Cons are just very uncomfortable for me.
The Joy-Cons also just make sense for that game because you are technically, like, each directional button is an attack/movement, right? So you want to be, like, very specific about it and not even have the risk of misinputting. So Joy-Cons just make the most sense, but, yeah.
Hello,
Hey, she's back.
Yay.
Okay, well, we didn't get to 1,700. Maybe we can do so during Kasumi's stream, but that's all right. We still raised a good amount of money for St. Baldrick's during this segment. So thank you guys all for your donations. I will intro out now. My name is TheCapsFan. Of course, this is my final segment for Catch a Million, but you can find me on this Twitch channel every Thursday evening streaming Nuzlocke content and every Saturday morning streaming Mystery Dungeon. Let me quickly just hit the home button so I don't have to press B while I'm talking. If you like what you saw today and haven't yet done so, please make sure to follow the channel. Be sure to stick around for Kasumi and Archaic as well. I will be signing off for Catch a Million, but it's been fun. Thank you guys for sticking around. Be sure to follow us on our socials and don't go anywhere because we're coming right back with another stream.
Okay.
All right. See you guys later.
See you soon.